welcome to this week's video. This week's topic is going to be on the common misconceptions surrounding snakes. We have some awesome fellow keepers and breeders who have sent us video of them sharing their point of view. So please join us and the positive message that we're trying to spread about these awesome creatures. We really hope that you share this video with your friends and family, especially anybody you know that does not like snakes or has a lot of misconceptions themselves about them. These creatures are magnificent in so many ways, and a lot of us are just trying to share that with the world. So please join us in celebrating these beautiful animals and showing people the good side of them.
Snakes. They're dangerous. They're creepy. Obviously. These are very common misconceptions from people who view these animals through the lens of irrational learned fear. I think it's better to view these animals through the lens of brave curiosity. It can be hard if you've learned from the get-go that these animals are dangerous and out to get you in some fashion, when in reality, objectively, honestly, these animals are gorgeous, and you can really build a relationship with them if you build that relationship on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Kind of like any relationship, honestly. And they're wonderful animals to get to know. Highly recommend.
Hey there everybody, my name is Gary. I'm a reptile keeper, and I have been keeping reptiles for the better part of 30 years on and off. My favorite reptiles are obviously the larger constrictors, boas, and reticulated pythons. Over the years, I have introduced my animals to a lot of people in a lot of different situations, and I have come across a lot of different misconceptions about these beautiful animals. Most of the misconceptions that I come across are derived from fear and uneducation. People don't know, and people hear things and learn things as a child, and they grow up, and that's what they just run with that for the rest of their lives. There's also the avenue of news and false news and movies that depict these animals in such a negative way that sometimes the general public has no positive outlook on reptiles, and that's what they believe. But some of the things that I've been questioned about is, do they constrict you? Will they eat you? Do they bite? Are they slimy? Do they have disease and things like that? And the real quick, simple answer for that is no. There's a lot of things that I do with my animals that I take precautions in, and my snakes are safe, man. I've never had an incident take place. Now, as a reptile keeper, I will never say that I won't ever get bit. I mean, one of the things that I say is that it's not if you get bit, it's when you get bit. And most people get bit because they're not reading their snake's behaviors, or maybe they're not seeing a feeding response coming from their snake when they open up their enclosure. Snakes do bite. They will bite if you're not careful, just like any other animal. A dog can bite, a cat can bite, any animal can bite if it's in the situation or if it's given a reason to. But these beautiful animals have such a negative connotation about them that most of the general public has fear. So naturally they believe what they see on TV, or they believe what they see in a movie, or they read in a book that a large constrictor will eat a man, or you know, they're slimy. That's probably the most common one that I get is that, oh, I thought that it would be all gooey and have this film. Boa constrictors, pythons, they're not like that. These beautiful animals are smooth to the touch, and most people, when they handle my animals, that's the first thing they say is, oh my God, it's so smooth and shiny. They're beautiful animals. They're the most gentle animals that I have, and I've got to share. This is my collection. I have 12 constrictors, all ranging between the sizes of a foot and 8 feet long. And most of my snakes I have absolutely no problem handing to somebody else without any reservation. And one of the most beautiful things that I get to witness as a reptile owner is watching somebody walk through that fear of handling an animal for the first time and scared to death to do it, and then seeing a joy or a light come on that they never thought that it wasn't slimy, or it's not going to bite them, or they really enjoy just the sheer feel of the animal on them, and they get to walk through that. So the misconceptions to me are purely fear-based. If you don't know, you're going to assume. And if you carry that assumption with you for the rest of your life, you'll never be able to walk through that and experience what a beautiful animal a boa constrictor, a reticulated python, a ball python, lizard, whatever it is that you're afraid of, you'll never get to experience the sheer beauty, power, and love of these animals. Walk through your fears, get through your misconceptions, check out reptiles.
Have you ever ate fried rattlesnake? You may have heard that the only good snake is a dead snake. Does red on yellow kill a fellow, red on black venom lax sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. I'm Kelsey from Kelsey's Constrictors, and this is why you should not kill venomous snakes. I always stress in all my videos that everyone do their own research regarding any topic that you're looking for solutions or answers on. You should never find one source to get all your information from, because then it could become biased. Because I live in the state of Florida, I am only going to be talking about the venomous snakes in the state of Florida, but if you're looking for resources for venomous snakes in your area, you can check out the local state park or wildlife department. You can check out nature preserves. Zoos a lot of times will have educational resources, and wildlife rehabilitations are a few places that you can go to learn about local wildlife in your area. So the 6 venomous snakes that we have in Florida are the eastern copperhead, the harlequin coral snake, which is where the red on yellow kill a fellow, red on black venom lac comes from, the Florida cottonmouth, the pygmy rattlesnake, the timber rattlesnake, and the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. One huge reason that you should not be killing venomous snakes is because of the ecosystem. In the wild, you have animals that are predators and animals that are prey, and some animals are both predators and prey. Venomous snakes do fall into that category. When you kill a venomous snake, you are not only taking away food from the predators of that animal, which could be other snakes which are non-venomous, birds of prey, any other animals like coyotes or vultures that may eat something if a snake got hit by a car. Those are our cleanup crew, the raccoons, the possums, the vultures. They all clean up those dead animals when they die. So when you kill a venomous snake, you're taking away a food source from other animals that would benefit from that. And second of all, when you're killing a venomous snake, you're also taking away predators from animals that you definitely don't want getting in your house, such as rodents and things of that nature. The other big argument to the ecosystem point is the fact that when you kill off any tier of an ecosystem or a food chain, the tier below it starts to overpopulate. So then you have to come in and say, oh, well, now this animal is overpopulating. What are we going to do about this? Well, we'll just kill them off. So then you start killing them off, and then the next tier will overpopulate. We as humans should really just be leaving the food chain and the wildlife as they are and not be messing with it, because once we start messing with it is really when things start to go awry. The second reason that you should not kill venomous snakes is the venom benefits from these snakes. There are many benefits to venomous snakes and being able to milk them and use their venom for different purposes. Not only can you use the venom from a venomous snake to make anti-venom for that venom, but venom from various snakes has been used to treat multiple different illnesses, such as arthritis, thrombosis, which can also lead to a heart attack. The venom specifically from the pygmy rattlesnake, which is from Florida, can be used as a blood thinner for someone who's having a heart attack and potentially stop that. And there are a plethora of other things that were listed online that I did not include in this video, but as always, you can do your own research on that as well. But the benefits that we can gain as a society from letting venomous snakes live and letting them be milked and being able to use their venom for anti-venom or treatments for other illnesses, that's just such a great perk for us that we should definitely not be killing them, because they're giving us something that we can use as a society to bring healing to others and make people's lives better. So we're killing a part of society that's benefiting to us. It's like killing trees. It's the same kind of thing. The very thing that is changing CO2 back to oxygen so that we can breathe, and then we give it CO2 so that it can live. We're killing it off with deforestation. We're killing the very thing that's keeping us alive or can give benefits to us without realizing the consequences of our actions until it's too late. So in conclusion, venomous snakes are necessary for our environment and for our society. Help conserve your local wildlife and advance science by supporting anti-venom and venom studies. And most importantly, don't kill venomous snakes. See y'all next time.
Thank you very much for Magic City Morphs for allowing me to be in this wonderful little video of theirs. There are a lot of misconceptions about them, which has resulted in some pretty funny myths over the years. Obviously the sizing up one everyone's heard of, when a snake has never sized anyone up. A snake sizing you up in your bed is about as likely as one making you an omelette. This is Geralt, my Mojave Lesser blue-eyed leucistic royal python, and well, I think he's about as threatening as a loaf of bread, personally. As long as there have been stories, as long as there have been films, there are always things that will demonize snakes. Some people will always just hate them, but these people, in my opinion, are missing out terribly. They will never get to appreciate the absolute beauty of interacting with one of these creatures, with observing one in its wild environment, with observing one in our pseudo-naturalistic environments we create for our snakes. I mean, long story short, there's no reason as to why they should trust us. There's no reason for them. If they were truly evil, there is no way that they could ever thrive in our care. I'm going to be realistic here. There is never going to be a time we're going to completely erase the hatred or the ophidiophobia that then results in hatred of snakes, but we can hopefully lessen the sting or lessen the impact it happens on our serpentine friends. I just think that through education, in more time to come, perhaps there will be more people that accept snakes to be regulars, to it be a staple in the reptile keeping world, or even the pet keeping world. I mean, the hobby's come a long way from what I see, and basically my hope is that, obviously I'm realistic here, we're never going to completely eliminate ophidiophobia. There are people that are afraid of cats, afraid of dogs. There are people that will never like these things, but it is commonly accepted that people have them. But you'll never get anyone say, oh, I don't know how you can keep a dog, or oh, I don't know how you can keep a cat. But you'll always get people go, oh, I don't know how you can be around snakes, how you can keep snakes. Quite simply, if you get a serious bite from a cat, it'll probably put you in the hospital if it bites you in the right place. You get a serious bite from a dog, you can be absolutely certain it's going to put you in the hospital. If you get a serious bite from him, I've probably had paper cuts that would hurt me more. And yet people are more afraid of him than they would be even, say, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier or a Pit Bull. Both of which are lovely animals, by the way. I absolutely love dogs, I love cats. I've got 5 cats myself, but yeah, it just... These guys here have every bit as much of a right to be here as cats and dogs do. They have every bit as much of a right to thrive in our care, and I mean, you'd be amazed how often I get asked whether my snakes are going to eat me. I'm pretty sure he'd struggle to eat any of me, and I'm not sure he'd want to. I probably don't taste all that nice. He likes his rats, and even they have to be of a certain colour, so I don't think he'd be too keen on me. Would you, Geralt? Jennifer, on the other hand, she's tried to eat me a few times, but only through mistaken identity. She doesn't want to eat me, she just loves food. See, look, how can Geralt be threatening? He's made a little love heart. Now that I've got snakes, I don't think I'll ever be without them. They are just incredible animals. One of the other funny misconceptions I get, if it has slit-shaped pupils, then it is definitely venomous. Yes, Geralt has slit-shaped pupils, and he's about as venomous as a cucumber sandwich. Aren't you, boy? Also a misconception that snakes are dangerous, and very few in the hobby are even slightly dangerous. Well, all of my snakes, to be quite honest, I'd rather be bitten by every single one of them in order more than once than be bitten by a gerbil, which I have been bitten by a gerbil and it absolutely sucked. And yet gerbils are considered much more widely accepted than these lovely little derpy-faced noodles. Well, from me and Geralt, thank you and see you soon.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch our video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram at magic_city_morphs. If you want to see more from us, that's where we post the most daily content. And please, as I said in the beginning, please Share this video with your family and friends. Help us spread the positive message about snakes. See you guys next week.